A few years ago, criticizing Drake online almost felt impossible. He dominated charts, broke records, and somehow stayed at the center of music culture for over a decade. Every album became an event, every feature became a hit, and every new artist wanted a Drake cosign. But now, scroll through social media and the mood feels completely different. Memes, criticism, people calling him overrated, people questioning his authenticity, and people asking one big question: how did one of the biggest artists on Earth become one of the internet's favorite targets? Because this didn't happen overnight. This story started years ago. Drake's rise wasn't normal. Most artists get one era, maybe two if they're lucky. Drake somehow stretched dominance across more than a decade. That's almost impossible. He adapted constantly. Sad emotional songs, club records, rap hits, melodic tracks, different sounds, different styles, different audiences. Every time culture shifted, Drake somehow stayed right in the middle of it. And at first, people respected that. Fans called it versatility. They called him smart. They called him unstoppable. But eventually, some people began seeing the exact same thing differently. Because online culture has a strange habit. The thing people love first sometimes becomes the thing they criticize later. One criticism kept showing up over and over. People started saying Drake felt too strategic, too polished, too aware of trends, too aware of what works. Critics argued that instead of creating culture, Drake started following it. Whenever a new sound appeared, Drake appeared. Whenever a trend exploded, Drake somehow arrived. Whenever a rising artist gained attention, there was Drake. Now, to fans, this looked like intelligence. Why ignore what audiences enjoy? But critics saw something else. They thought Drake wasn't leading anymore. They thought he was adapting a little too perfectly. And once online audiences attach a narrative to someone, everything starts getting filtered through it. Suddenly, every move looks suspicious, even normal decisions. Here's something strange about internet culture. People love success until they see too much of it. Because after years of dominance, something starts happening. People get tired. Not necessarily because someone became worse, sometimes they're just everywhere. And Drake was everywhere. Playlist after playlist, feature after feature, album after album, headline after headline. Eventually, audiences start wanting change. And when audiences want change, they begin noticing flaws they ignored before. Tiny criticisms slowly become larger conversations. Then larger conversations become mainstream opinions. Then came the internet detectives. Old clips resurfaced. Awkward moments got replayed. Social media discussions exploded. And suddenly, people started revisiting everything, because online culture never forgets. One old clip becomes 5. 5 become 50. Memes start appearing. Reaction videos appear. Tweets spread. Then suddenly, the internet builds a giant wall of moments. Whether each criticism was fair almost became irrelevant, because perception online moves differently, sometimes faster than facts. And once a public image starts shifting, reversing it becomes incredibly difficult. Then came public conflicts, rap battles, internet debates, millions of people choosing sides. And once audiences sense momentum changing, everything accelerates. Because internet culture behaves almost like a wave. Nobody wants to miss the direction it's moving. The same machine that once amplified Drake's success suddenly started amplifying criticism. And once that shift begins, it becomes hard to stop. Drake didn't suddenly become talentless. He didn't suddenly stop being successful. The real answer may be simpler. The internet loves building giants. But eventually, people start wondering who comes next. And maybe Drake reached that stage where being huge stopped helping and started working against him. So, was the backlash deserved? Or did the internet simply decide it wanted a new king?